Week 16 of the National Football League. And we'll see Garrett Wilson. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Jets and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've certainly found their groove. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished. Senior season in Oklahoma. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side here to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. It's a second down run with Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
A handoff for Hall.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Here's a give to Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago,
pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 20 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands right now, Charles, they still have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that #1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job 1. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing because whether or not they end up with a first-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
7 yards there and a first down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on the Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Jets at 12-2 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Gentry.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 27, Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little forward down inside the 3. That one a first down pickup of 8. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Alert! Alert!
2nd down, back to Sanders. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert 3rd and 9. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts.
And that's complete to Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and 7. Paul again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That good for 19 on the 1st down.
Paul on a give up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Jordan Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And option handoff given to Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll set up to throw. But he's got Smith here.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 6 yards away. And
to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, where their defense has really struggled.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. from the 29. Hurts. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here we go. 58.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his left.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Hurts.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New York ready to go again offensively. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man here is Gentry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run, it's Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trick. blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hall.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's across for a touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another tote for Carter.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Jets, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.